All right, so for the last video that we've got today, it's really just going to be doing a couple example application problems from the book. One way of what happens when you combine functions, or what might you be interested in when you combine functions. So we had example 8 was our most recent example. We're just going to go to the book now. Problem number 90, right? So we've got a function d of p. So, and that gives as an output the number of items that will be demanded when the price is p. So you put in the price p, you get out the demand d. The production cost, c of x, is the cost of producing x items. So put in the number of items x, you get out the cost c. So to determine the cost of production when the price is $6, what would you do? So even before we've got this, let's talk about this. Okay? We want to find the cost and we have a price. Okay? So we know the price, $6, and the question is, what is the cost? So let's go back. Do you have anything that has to do with price? Function d of p gives the number of items that will be demanded when the price is p. That $6 is that's going to be p. Okay? Go over here, right? That's going to be our p. Good. And we want to know what's the cost. Cost. We had that, right? Cost is c of x. Okay. So I have p, I have c of x. C of x is the cost of producing x items. Well, d, right? Well, d of p, this is the number of items. So if the price is $6, how do we find out the cost? Well, we'd find out the number of items demanded when the price is 6. And we'd find this, and we'd take this number of items and place it into our cost function. This would plug in to the c of x. So really what we want is c of d of 6. Okay? Right? This is going to be the price. This is going to be the demand, the number of items. We're curious how much it's going to cost to produce that number of items. So we plug this into c of x. This is what we get. C of this inside. So c of d of 6, hopefully that's one of our options. This was multiple choice. C of d of 6 was what we wrote down. So our answer is B. Okay. A lot of times with this stuff, it's easier to come up with the answer on your own using this logic and then match it afterwards. Okay. Ooh. Do I have space? Do I have space to do this last thing I want to do? I want to look at 94 together. Okay, 94, we've got a, oof. All right, 94 hits a little close to home right now. I have a lot of friends and family on the West Coast, which is burning up like crazy right now. If you haven't heard about that, it's ridiculous. It's very sad, actually. Anyway, we have a forest fire, and it's, gosh. Forest fire leaving behind an area of grass burned in an expanding circular pattern. If the radius of the circle of burning grass is increasing with time, according to this formula, so that formula right here, right, is the radius over time. Express the area burned as a function of time. This one's a little different. What do we have, right? We have the radius over time is 2t plus 1. And what we want is the area over time. Well, if we have a radius of a circular area, how do I find the area? Right? Well, the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. Okay. So the area over time is going to be pi times the radius squared. Well, what's that radius? It's r of t. The area over time is going to be pi times the radius, right, which is 2t plus 1, squared. Okay. And that's our answer. So this is one way of using function composition. We know how the radius is changing over time. We know how the area relates to the radius. So let's just combine those into a single function. That's what to do with those types of problems. All right. Good luck, and let me know if you have questions.